Remember I said that about the Chick-fil-A sauce. So Tuesday came around, I'm like, oh, I got to come up with a plan for Wednesday, because I DoorDashed on Tuesday so that I can have the money to pay for daycare for that week for Kion. He was going to start on that Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, I got the money for him to start daycare, but I'm just like, how am I going to like introduce daycare to like D? I'm like, I can't tell him Kion going to daycare. Like, how am I going to get out of here if I got to be to work at 8 o'clock? Like, how is this going to work? So I'm just like, I'm thinking. So I'm like, D, when he came home from work, I'm like, D, so tomorrow I'm going to wake up in the morning, take the kids to school, and I'm going to just start dashing, because we need to make that money back, all that money that we spent. And he was just like, okay, how much you thinking you gonna bring in? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm gonna try to do something. So cause we got a lot of bills, like a lot of bills. And he was like, yeah, I know we got a lot. And I'm just like, I'm trying my best to make sure we stay in the green, and then be able to still have the gym, the things that we need for the gym and everything. And then he was just like, oh, speaking of the gym. I'm like, okay, speaking of the gym. But it's like, did you find that land? I'm like, I didn't see nothing. He was like, it's kind of funny. I'm like, oh, why is that kind of funny? He was like, because I was looking at the history on the laptop, and I saw that you looked at some land. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, yes, D, I looked at land. And he was like, and then I saw like you were looking up realtors for said land. And I'm like, yeah, I was. Because I was not thinking this nigga was going to look at the search history on the laptop. I know. I should have been thinking that. Because right now, this nigga trying to catch me doing some shit. So, of course he going to be looking for shit. So, I'm just like, fuck, how can I be that goddamn slow? I'm sitting up there just beating myself up for. I'm like, fuck. Because I did buy the land. I did end up finding the land. And I did end up buying the land. But I bought the land under DC Orchard Fitness name, not under my name, because I wanted that land to be under the LLC. So if anything happens, it doesn't fall on me, it falls on the LLC. Because once I get back to Georgia, I want to buy a house, and I can't buy a house if my debt to income ratio too high. So I'm just like, I'm going to just put it under the LLC. And he not going to know that it's under the LLC, because I'm just not going to tell him, because he does not look at any of the paperwork and none of that shit. So I'm like, I wasn't able to get the land, D. Yes, I looked. Yes, I talked to realtors, but I didn't tell you, because I know that's why you really asked me why I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you because they didn't give me the green light. Like, they did not give me the green light on it. I was not able to get it. He was like, okay, so what they said you need to do? We got to build up the credit more. We just got to build up. He's like, but we got phenomenal credit. I'm like, but we got a lot of debt too. So we got to cut down some of these debts. I'm like, we're trying to buy land here. And he was like, okay, all right. And in my head, I'm like, yes. He believed me. Because, nigga, you not getting this land. I bought this land for me and my kids. I not buy it for you. Even though I'm about to leave here, I want to be able, once I get to Georgia, be able to have some land for them. Like, when they get older, like, they can sell it, whatever. They can do whatever with it. But it's something for them. It's an asset. So I'm like, hell no, you not gonna get that. That's mine. That I bought with my money. Like, mine. So after that, I ended up going in the room. And this was like, all right, D, I'm about to do some work. You need anything from me? He was like, no. I was like, all right, I'm doing some work. Might lay down, fall asleep. I don't know. but I'm in here. If you need me, I'm in here. He's like, okay. So I'm in there just like, okay, how am I gonna do tomorrow with work? I already put the bug in his ear that I was gonna be door dashing early, so maybe he can sit his ass out there and get a client first thing in the morning so that it can keep him busy. Because I already alerted him that first thing in the morning, I'm going to be at the house. So that gives him a green light to do whatever he wants first thing in the morning. You know? Trying to like, you get what I'm trying to do here. So sure enough, next morning, woke up, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. D was like, Key, hey, Kiana. And I popped my head up and I looked at him. It was like, I grabbed an early client. I'm going to see you tonight. I'm like, huh? He was like, last night I scheduled a client at 6 o'clock. So I'm finna go meet them in D.C. I'm going to just see you when I get home tonight. I'm like, okay. But remember, I'm dashing today. He's like, yeah, I remember you told me you'll be dashing all day today. I was like, okay. He's like, all right, love you. I'm like, love you too. He was like, why you said it like that? I'm like, I love you too. Love you too. He was like, no. And I noticed that when you be leaving in the morning, if I'm still here and I'm asleep, you don't kiss me before you leave. You just leave. I'm like, D, because I don't want to wake you up. He was like, no, you used to kiss me before you leave. Like, I used to always feel you kiss me, but now you don't even do that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I just been so busy lately. I didn't even know that I didn't do that. He said, because you don't pay attention to me like that anymore. I'm like, is this nigga having a talk with me about his feelings right now and how he feel like I ain't paying attention to him? Like, nigga, ain't nobody stun your gorilla back ass right now. Man, get the fuck on out of here. Man, take your ass on to your client that you gotta meet at 6 o'clock in the morning. Man, get the fuck on. I'm just like, you know what? Like, I am so sorry, D. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do better. I promise I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna make sure I kiss you every day going forward. Yeah, I know. Look, roll with it. Roll with it. I gotta play along, gotta play the part. So he ended up leaving. I get the kids ready, take them to school, take Kion to daycare right down the road. I took the kids to school first so that they didn't know that I was taking Kion to daycare, because I felt like the less they knew, the better, because they observe too much, especially Jackson. He paying attention to too much. So I'm just like, right now, I need to be making these moves solo. So I took the Jackson and King to school first, then I took Kion to the daycare. So for the next 2 weeks, I did that. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I was at work at Solomon I. Told D I was dashing. He was not checking my location. He was not really calling me. And if he was calling me, I would step outside, like go outside so he can like hear the cars and be like, yeah, I'm dropping off this order. You okay? Everything's good? And he'd be like, yo, just checking in. And I'm just like, oh, everything good. And quickly get off the phone. He checked in once a day. It was a random check-in, but it was always just once a day. So I'm like, okay, I can, like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. So one day, he decides to come home from work angry. And I'm just like, why the fuck is he mad? Like, I was on the phone with Ronnie, get off the phone with Ronnie because I saw him pull up. And he walked in the house just mad. I'm just like, I don't want to do this today. I'm not going to do this today. So he walked up to me. I'm cooking in the kitchen. And he was just like, hey, yo, Slim, we need to talk.